Lekato Looper, here it is, live in person. So this is what I used on this gig. I had a gig the other day on the beach. It was hot and sweaty, and let me tell you, a lot of things went wrong, as they can do in a gig. This is my first solo gig in a long time. I've been playing a bunch of band gigs, which are great, but it's my first solo gig, and whatever could go wrong, did go wrong. Broke string in the middle of a tune. My guitar had a grounding issue. It also started cutting out. I was getting distorted vocals and distorted sound out of the guitar from the speaker and the mixer. They weren't playing well together. It was just a mess. So bottom line is I used this live. We're going to get into that. I'm going to see some clips. A lot of people asked after I did an unboxing and review, which I'll link up here if you haven't seen it. But if they wanted to see this live, and they were wondering if it had a clicking sound, an audible clicking sound where you turned it on and off. We'll check to see. I'll let you know exactly when it's going on and off in a couple of different tunes. You can hear the sound quality. Another thing to note is I typically run it, around here, kind of at like 75, 80% of, maybe 80% of the volume, so that when it plays back, it's at about 80%, so it sits in the background, and my soloing over top will automatically float over and not interfere. So you got to watch the levels on that. The other big mistake that I made is not, having enough practice with it and understanding that I need to delete the loop after every song, but we'll get into that. So check out the tunes, see it live in action. I'd love to hear what you think, and in the end I'll tell you kind of my final thoughts on if it's useful, if I would recommend it or not. Again, this is not sponsored in any way. This was purchased by me, and yeah, my honest opinion. Let's check it out live and stick around, and we'll talk about it after. All right, so there it is. You could hear the audio issues that I was having with the vocals and the guitar and all that stuff. Like I said, it's a very hot day, breaking strings. But in the end, the most reliable piece of gear that I had, honestly, with me on stage, and probably the least expensive, was this, the Lekato Looper. And this is not a paid review. I am not sponsored in any way. I paid for this thing and all that. And I've had it for quite a while. But I wanted to show you guys actually in a live setting. I could not hear any kind of clicking or anything. I need work personally with learning how to work with a looper. Usually I'm playing in a band setting. I'm not doing that many solo gigs anymore. I haven't in a while. So it was a new experience for me trying to use a looper on stage. My biggest problem, my biggest fault, again, with a single button looper is I kept forgetting to delete the loop from the previous song. So after I started the song, I looked down, and it helped because you can see there's that visual display that kind of goes around the looper, and it reminds me, oh crap, I already have a loop recorded, wrong song, wrong chords. I got to delete that, which sometimes would make it kind of start when you do the double tap and hold. So that was a little bit annoying, but that's my fault, not the looper's fault. Anyhow, having said all that, I fully endorse this thing as a good go-to looper. Now I've got a ditto as well, and I'm going to do a comparison back to back of the two. So watch out for that video coming up soon on the channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, share with your friends. And I'd love to hear your comments down below, what experience you've had with it, or any questions that you have. If you're interested in some cool guitar t-shirts like the one I was wearing in the gig where it said Lauren's Guitar Den, it could be Jim's Guitar Den, whatever, or a bunch of other designs, check out my store in the shop below. It helps support me, my family, the channel, and all that stuff. Thanks again so much. Really enjoyed doing this content for you guys, and I hope you found it valuable. Take it easy.